This is African Rose. Thank you for watching and subscribing. To my new subscribers, we appreciate. For my returning subscribers, continue watching African Rose. We have with me Dr. Nelly Otieno Kiture, and we are continuing with our previous talk on mental health. And continuing with our previous talk on mental health, could you kindly tell us what is mental health and how can you describe it?
Thank you very much, Rose, for the opportunity to be here. Literally, we are created as human beings to function 100% okay, to be well, to make decisions. We've been given a willpower to literally just be human beings as we were created. But things happen in life, and mentally, our mental well-being is very, very key to our living. And if anything triggers something that is negative, our mental health is actually affected. And when that is affected, then everything about us just goes south, as they say. So our mental well-being is a very, very key, important part of our being. And you find sometimes a lot of things come into being. For example, we get depressed because of loss of jobs, because of losing people that we love, because of many things that happen that are negative according to us. And so when that happens, then our mental health is affected. You also find, for example, as a woman, we grow up and what we do want to get married and be happy and get children. And sometimes, even with this happy marriage and happy childbirth, at the end of it, something just triggers some negativity, and we find ourselves in some kind of depression, which actually we call postpartum depression. And so what happens during that time, a mother, and especially for young mothers, it's very, very common. The depression can push them to literally hating themselves or beginning to challenge themselves as if taking ownership of what happened. And when that happens, they become depressed, they become negative, and even hate everybody that is around them. You find the husband that she loved so much becomes an enemy. All the other relatives become such terrible people in her life. And for young people, they even literally do not want their friends. They lose out on friends. And postpartum, what it will do is actually push you to a wall where you find yourself literally alone. So that then when that happens, then depression sits in and takes control of everything. And if not dealt with immediately, it can be really, really bad. So those are some of the things. And then depression in itself is not an easy thing to deal with. And if not handled, that part of our mental health can actually push us to the edge, and most of the times you find people losing their lives, people getting some terminal diseases that they were not actually born with. And then sometimes you meet with somebody that yesterday you met with and was seated in an office doing very well. The next day they're stripping naked on the streets, or they're talking to themselves along the way. So these are some of the mental health issues, and many others. We have things like bipolar, things that actually settles in. And drug abuse comes as a result of mental health gone haywire, and it can actually push one to the end. Yeah.
Mental health has been an issue also in the workplace. With the recent economic situation, I'm sure people are mentally depressed and they're not actually at par. What advice do you have for this mental? How do you handle mental illness at the workplace?
What we do, Rose, is we literally talk a lot. We are trying to partner with a lot of organizations so that people can be helped. You know, you find this worker who for the longest time was your best worker, doing very well, performance up there, you know, meeting all their targets. Then suddenly, this person comes to the office and is not able to meet their targets, and all the time is either sick or doing things just the abnormal way. It's important that employers, and especially people in HR, be able to identify this. And I know there's some cases where employers in HR, they have like counselors at the workplace, but some of them also do not do. And also we have a challenge at the workplace because, these issues are very core to the heart of somebody. And so what workers keep telling us is, I'll come and share my problem with Rose, who actually sits next door. The next day is the talk. Rose is the counselor. And the next day is actually the talk of the whole place. It has been, scandalized, and it has. So a lot of people realize that even if they have counselors at the workplace, they are not able to be free to share their very internal matters with them. So what we do is we advise the employers to reach out to organizations like ours so that we can be able to help the workers. And especially when you realize that production is going low, these people can still be talked to and can be supported and helped to be able to recover and perform instead of, throwing them out on disciplinary cases. Yeah. So the workplace has been toxic, sometimes very, very difficult, and especially because of the economic challenges that you mentioned. If you look at it within the past almost 4 years, Kenya, we had the corona. And when corona came, it was something that caught all of us unawares. And so what happened? A lot of people lost their jobs. Others took pay cuts home. And when that happens, he's the sole breadwinner, or she's the sole breadwinner. Who is going to pay school fees? How are they going to meet the rents? All those the basic necessities, how are they going to be met? Or they have to cut things to half or totally just lose out completely. So that affected a lot of people. Then also there have been other issues that arise. And so all this has brought us to exactly where we are. And the elections was one of also those things that totally brought us to where we are. And if not addressed, then it can actually push someone to depression.
Thank you. Let's say I have a problem. What do I do? How do I go about it? And where can I get help?
Rose, sometimes you may not even know as an individual that you have a problem. And that's where us as psychotherapists, what we do, we advise everybody to be your brother's keeper or your sister's keeper. Some of us literally do not know that we have a problem. Actually, the majority of the people never know for themselves that they have a problem. We live in denial because that's exactly how we are. I think I'm supposed to be perfect, I'm supposed to be okay, I'm a good mother, I'm a good worker, and we never realize. So it's actually the responsibility of us who are around you to also help. If I cannot be able to identify my problem, then my colleagues or my friends around me should be able to tell. And signs are always there. This is somebody who was once very, very happy and suddenly has just withdrawn. Why have they withdrawn? This is somebody that was very active, whether it was in Chama or in her children's life, and was bubbly and everything. And then suddenly they've just dropped down. You don't see them anymore. It's good to reach out and then talk to them. And once you are identified or you're being supported, it's good to accept. And the best thing, once you have accepted, it's good to look for a psychologist, especially counselors, who can actually be able to help you, because literally they are helpers to help you get back to your feet.
Now, let's say our viewers has that problem, and how can he or she get help? Where can he or she get help? And what advice can you give to them?
Literally, when anybody has this kind of a challenge, some of the things that we've talked about, depression, you have alcoholism challenge, drug abuse, and all these postpartum, whatever, those issues that we are talking about. The best thing to do is to reach out to a counselor. And like I said, I give our telephone contacts at Renew and Restore and Renew Health Wellness Center. We are actually 24-hour available for you. You can reach us on phone. You can actually go to our website and just leave a message. You can, when you go to our website, actually we've listed down how you can get us either through our social media platforms, or you can visit our center, which is in Karen at Rhino Park Close, and we are neighbors to Karen Hills. So you can actually be able to just identify and reach out that you can come anytime. We have both inpatient and outpatient facilities that will take good care of you. This is a call out to all of you outside there, whether you are young, old, whether you be a woman or a man. Mental health can actually be arrested. So there's no need for you to think beyond what you can think. There's no need for you to go suicidal. There is no need for you to stay at home and lock yourself in the house. We have help for you. So reach out and would be here to literally support you in all ways. You can make a choice on whether you want to come and stay or, we have one program that I was saying, some of the mothers do not want to reach out because they have small babies. We have a program called Mommy and Me, and Baby and Me. So you can come here with even your 3-month-old baby, 1-month-old baby, and we have a special place for those kind of people, and you'll be taken care of, you'll be supported until you get back. We have a warm environment, a serene place. We have a staff that are actually ready to take care of you until you get back to your feet. So there is no need to go negative just because of mental health.
Thank you, Nelly, for having us. We appreciate. And thank you very much, viewers, for watching. Please continue to subscribe, like this video, comment in the comment section below, and see you in my next episode. Thank you very much. Bye.